everyone. I am doing my Greystone Path journaling number 4. I'm going to get right in. So let's see. It says capture and consider sharing via our discussion group a time of accomplishing something as part of a group that you could not have accomplished alone. Okay. I think this one is going to be kind of a downer for some people, but it's what popped in my head, so I decided that it's probably I should talk about it. I have a video that I'm going to put on my personal channel, but it was about I visited a graveyard where a friend of mine was buried, and the instance that I think that I've accomplished as a group was a number of years ago. One of my best friends was murdered, and by someone that I knew very well. He actually lived with me, like a couple months prior to all this happening. Maybe even a little longer, for like 3 or 4 months, but it wasn't that long before. So it was a very bad situation. I mean, it was devastating. I remember getting the phone call. I hadn't answered my phone because I was asleep, and it was early in the morning, and my roommate woke me up. At the time, it was I had my own house. I've since sold that house, but I had a roommate, and he was one of my closest friends at the time, and he woke me up, telling me I needed to come out of the room right now. He had to talk to me. And then they told me that my friend was killed. And just at that moment, I just didn't know how to react. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I felt like I should be upset, but I was kind of like freaking out. So I had to go. We drove to the hospital, and the person that died had roommates that were all really close friends with me too. With me also. They kind of like came together and were living in one house, and then, you know what I mean, we just had little groups of us. So one of them was injured in the attack. So I went to give him support. And I think this is where we accomplished something as a group, because I don't know, at that point, I think my mechanisms, and with me, I can remain really strong. I can get very upset, but I can remain very strong. But I don't think that it would have evened out, you know what I mean? So I think, like, everyone, even the people that we didn't get along with, that normally we kind of, you know, we're kind of like love-hate friendships. I'm not saying just me. There was a lot of others, because I pride myself on being able to get along with just about anybody. But I had, like, a lot of my friends, you know what I mean, friends of friends, and we were all in the same group, but not necessarily everybody got along. And it was very interesting that it took something like that, which is horrible. I think I would learn to turn my screensaver off, to bring us together. But we managed to all come together and help each other get through it. I didn't really react until the actual funeral. Like, I didn't have any. I was upset, but I really wasn't that upset until the actual funeral, and then kind of just hit me. But then after that, what we all managed to do, we managed to put together a lot of different charity organizations, and we also picked some charity organizations, and we did a lot of shows and rallies and things to make money, not only for the family of my friend who passed away. I must have said it like a funeral director, the family of the deceased. But my friend's family, and But not only that, but other people, because other people that like anti-violence and ways to report stuff and ways to watch out and knowledge of, you know, be careful of your surroundings. You know what I mean? Because it was just, we were careless. We all knew everyone so well, and we were such a tight-knit community at that time that we just didn't think that, we kind of felt untouchable. So by all of this experiencing this horrible tragedy, we all came together and we managed to work together and make lots of money for charities and get a lot of things accomplished that we couldn't have done on our own. Because before this event, we were friends, don't get me wrong, but we did our own things, you know what I mean? It wasn't like anything that really helped other people. It was kind of just our day-to-day life. And it took something like that to wake us up, more or less, to, oh, you know what, we should not become complacent. We need to always stay vigilant on the safety of our friends and our loved ones and ourselves and stuff like that. The strength that we felt as a group was unreal. It was just, like I said, getting along, like it just, something clicked, and we got along with people that were hard to get along with, and we just came together as a group, and there wasn't any animosity or you know, egos getting in the way and stuff like that. It really was amazing. Now, I can't say that it lasted, but it did last for a few years, which was really cool. But, you know, after time, people kind of slip and fall, you know, slip apart. And I think a lot of people didn't necessarily all deal with it all, so they moved away or, you know, stuff like that. But during that experience, I've never felt closer to my friends, you know, or people that I now considered friends. You know what I mean? I think that's all I have to say on that. It's hard to like expand on that because the feeling was so overwhelming. I mean, not only were we thoroughly upset because the loss of our friend, but it was overwhelmingly the sense of community that we got from that happening was just incredible. It's just incredible. Thank you for watching. I hope everyone is having a great evening, and I will talk to you soon. Blessed be.